Well, you talked about Elijah's shoulder surgery on Monday. Any update on like the timeline when he could maybe be back?
Elijah, well, I think from what they're telling us, it's a good 6 to 8 weeks possibly. So if he were to be able to come back, it would be very late in the season, and that still is something that wouldn't be determined till later.
At what point is there discussion with Elijah about his additional year with the NCAA? Because he has a 6th year. He's already been approved for that.
Well, we already have that approved, so I'm not following your question.
No, I mean, it's optional if he comes back. It's not
correct.
He doesn't have to, but
correct.
From your standpoint, do you have a discussion with him?
Us? Oh, okay. You know what? With Elijah, our goal is to get him healed, get him well, get him to where he feels good, and then, like with every player, we'll do what's best for them. But I know he was playing some good football, and he had the concussion that set him back, and now he had this, so it's unfortunate.
Hey, Marvin Grant went on social media and announced he's injured. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, Marvin had shoulder surgery yesterday, and he'll be out for the year.
Just good news with Rondell that he's not done for the year, that you'll get him back at some point, and just in a season where you've had some some season-ending stuff. I mean, how uplifting was that to learn that you'll get him back at some point?
We were happy for Rondell. You don't want anyone to be lost with a serious injury, and especially a great football player. So really the fact that he was so strong and that he was in such great shape really held that thing together. They said normally it doesn't happen. So really it's just going to be a matter of how long this takes. And with Rondell, we'll be very patient, and we'll make sure when he comes back he's healthy and 100% ready to go.
Is it a knee injury? Is it a knee, or is it something else?
Yeah, it's around the knee, hamstring area, right in there. Some things have to do with that.
Have you ever been through anything like this before, Jeff? I mean, I know you're not 7 years old, but you've been around a lot of football. Have you ever been in these type of circumstances, with this type of injuries?
Well, probably not. And, it's just some years you have good luck, some years you don't. And, you want what's best for your players and you want what's best for your team. But right now we've got to just make the best of what we have. And I think that there's going to be a lot of new faces out there playing. And you look forward to watching guys compete and see how they react. And I never want to sell anybody short, but I just hope that we can go out there and compete and play hard and try to play football the way it's supposed to be played against a very, very good opponent with some young guys.
You seem to spend, at least in the periods we were out here, a lot of time around the defense during individual drills. With all that time spent looking, what do you want to see Saturday from this defense?
I'd like to see a lot. I understand what everyone's going through, but I think on the defensive side of the ball, some consistency in our play, and that means I want people to earn their yards. I don't want to give up easy pass yards. I want to give up wide open guys. I want to make them earn it. I want to be in position. I want to be where you're supposed to be. I want to be sound in what we're doing. At the same time, you got to attack and you got to take some chances and blitz and come after the quarterback. So you want to make him feel some pressure. So stopping the run is always important. I get it, but we want to defend the pass as well. We want to be in front of our guy. We want to not give up big holes, and we don't want guys to catch the ball and run free. If there's going to be some catches, we want to at least, if not contested, the tackle being made when that happens.
Jack have a good week of practice?
I think Jack has. I mean, I think he'll continue to improve every week. This is really the first road test, and it's a tough one. So this will be a tough test for Jack. And, the unit's a little depleted with some injuries, so he's got to still play within himself. He's still got to do what he can to help the team. He's still got to make good decisions. And while we want to score points and move the chains and get a win, he has to be smart in his play. So I don't want to see some things happen where all of a sudden he starts to do too much and his game, fizzles. And it's important that he does that, and that's always on the quarterback to get done, is to play as hard as you can and play within yourself.
Who has to step up with Rondell out at wide receiver?
Well, David Bell is a guy that performed well last week, and he'll be a big piece of the puzzle. I'm sure they'll understand that. And Jackson Anthrop, I think, had 7 catches or so the last game. I think he's played football for us. We see Ahmad Anderson out there as well. Those are the 3 most experienced guys we have.
You ever played at Penn State or coached at Penn State, right?
Yeah, we was there twice in Illinois. We won the first time. I can't remember the score, but it was kind of an upset. And then the next year we were there, and I think it was Joe Paul's last victory. Some of the calls did go our way, just so you know, and they won by 4, I think.
Funny how that is. Surprising.